Okay, boys, week 7 recap. Yeah, this weekend really was evidence that you can't have it all. Outside of fantasy, hell of a weekend. I am engaged. I'm pretty sure I heard from all of you guys, so very much appreciated all the congrats and whatnot. But yeah, beautiful weekend, great celebration, friends and family in town, and then just delivered an engagement present from Bennett Bradley in the form of a dicking to the likes that I don't even know if we've had a dicking this bad this entire season. 84 points. On top of that, the Ravens win as well. So engagement, what a fun, beautiful weekend. Ravens W. You can't have it all. So I am the recipient of a brutal dicking. Bennett Bradley finally getting some justice. It is fitting, all the weeks that he scored 160, high numbers, and just ended up getting fucked. He finally receives a dicking of the week honor. It just couldn't have gone any worse for me. It started out on Thursday night. Courtland Sutton, I threw him in there. He doesn't get a target the whole night, so he starts out the week with 0 points. The rest of my team just did nothing. The 1 week I finally start Ramondre, he gets 4 points. So just a completely pathetic week out of my team, and then Bennett finally bounces back to where you were to start the season with a 164-point game. So you finally get some justice. As long as you don't win the fucking wheel spin again this week, I'm okay with this. You do lose Chris Godwin for the entirety of the season, so even though you got the dicking of the week, that was pretty brutal way for you to end Monday night. All right, we'll move on to Cole against Kobe. Kobe, at least you set your lineup this week, so I appreciate that. Your kicker did get 0 points. I can't tell actually if he played or not, but I'm going to give you benefit of the doubt that hopefully he just got 0 points. But yeah, you got not dicked, but you only put up 95 points. But Cole, 117, not a monster day, but you do enough to beat Kobe and you sit first place in the entire league. Yeah, really not too much to say about a 117 to 95 game, but Cole, sole possession of first place in the league, in Kobe. It's probably curtains on your season. I mean, it's been curtains on your season, but 1-6, I don't think mathematically you have a chance. But you're not in bad shape of Bennett as not in as bad of shape as Bennett, who we will talk about in just a second. All right, Jamal over Gabe. This was a pretty good matchup. I think you were both 4-2 coming into this one. Jamal just continues to battle through adversity. Still has Isaiah Pacheco, Hawkinson, some guys on the bench, but starting to get a little bit healthy. A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams did nothing, but at least he's playing. And you do enough solid production out of your running backs, and you get a win 126 to 108. Gabe, you're still right there at 4-3, but very happy to see Garrett Wilson coming back down to earth a little bit. And we didn't even see a big game out of Devontae Adams, so he's only going to get better. Hopefully Garrett Wilson only gets worse. But Jamal 5-2, Gabe 4-3. And now here's what probably would have been the dicking of the week if I didn't get fucking bent over by Bennett, is Carey 131 to Bennett Enzer 87. I don't know that we've ever had an 0-7 team. I'm pretty positive we've never had a team lose every single game. So, Bennett, you might be actually on track to make history this year as the worst player. I mean, you're already the worst player in our league, just looking at, league history. But you might have the worst singular season of any team that we've ever had. Not only with your point totals, which are pathetic, but you have 0 wins through 7 weeks. Carey, another big win. Is Carey back on the incline? I'm pretty positive, and I'd have to go check on this. Since week 2, since I called the decline, in every single game you have either lost a game or you've lost one of your key players. In this game, you pick up the win, but you lose Mike Evans. In your other wins, you lost Nico Collins, you lost Rashee Rice, and then the other 2, you lost the game. So you can't just win and have a good week like woohoo. Even when you win, you're losing key players for several weeks. So we'll see if this finally comes back to bite you. Carey thought that Juju Smith-Schuster was going to be a fucking genius pickup. Well, so did I. I picked him up, and then I had to drop him for Courtland Sutton, which is actually pretty funny. But Carey picks up Juju, my scraps, and he gets 0 points, and he gets hurt. So that was a pretty good pickup. Good job, Carey. But you do go to 5-2. Bennett, you're 0-7. And then Stevie keeping pace with the top of the league. You might have some of the highest point totals. I just feel like you're consistently up there in the 130s, 140s. I don't recall you having a really shitty week. I'm sure you've had a couple, but 137 for Steve. You go to 5-2, and Lipsky just can't keep the momentum rolling. I think you won, one of your last 2 or maybe even 2 in a row. But you score 110. That's just not enough in this league to pick up a win unless you're playing Kobe or Bennett or me this week, or That's true. Those are the only teams that you would have beat. But yeah, you go to 2-5 Lipsky. You're really just, you have a chance. I'm pretty sure, like, historically, you need, once you get your 7th loss, that's when you're done. But you don't have a lot of wiggle room here, man. You got to go on a run. You got to pick up probably 3 or 4 wins in a row to even have a chance. But Steve, I think your sole possession of first place in the East, but 5-2, so tied for 2nd place overall in the league. All right, going to the wheel spin. I really don't care, even if we get Chuck Howley for the 4th week in a row, as long as Bennett Bradley doesn't win it. But yeah, Kerry and I were looking at the wheel when he was visiting, and we did a bunch of practice spins, and it does seem to be a pretty fucked up wheel. But I did just do 3 practice spins in a row just now, and I got something pretty different every time. So we're going to see how it goes, and really just as long as Bennett Bradley doesn't win again, I don't care what it is. So here we go. Come on, be something cool. Be something cool. All right, most points tight end. I don't think we've gotten that one yet, so at least it's a new category. I don't know who it is, so let's just fucking hope it's those. We'll start with Bennett Bradley, just see if he fucking even has a chance. Oh my God, 23 points out of Njoku. He probably won again. 23. Mark Andrews, 20. Oh my God, he fucking won again, didn't he? He fucking won again. Dalton Kincaid. Yeah. Travis, yeah. Yeah. Kyle Pitts, yeah. All right. All right.